Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is perhaps the latest episode of Universe we've ever done, but whoops. Anyway, we are here for Raw in Liverpool, England. Yes, we are in Liverpool, and it's going to be an interesting night of action, of course, here for Raw, as it always is, it seems, when Raw comes into town, especially with the new general manager in place, and especially when you've got the Bullet Club in the main event. That's right, tonight's main event features the United States Champion Adam Cole teaming up with the man who defeated the men he goes up against here tonight, Dolph Ziggler, who will take on Sting and the World Heavyweight Champion Tyler Breeze in our tag team main event here tonight. We already know Adam Cole is one of the greatest United States champions of all time. We already know Dolph Ziggler deserves that opportunity to challenge for Breeze's title. And if Breeze wins here tonight, in my mind, at least for the Raw General Manager to take into account, that should prove that Breeze is finally in a bit of trouble and is going to be defeated by Dolph Ziggler at Over the Limit. Nevertheless, we gotta wait for that match to come up, but we gotta wait to prove that Dolph Ziggler deserves that World Heavyweight Championship for a second time. Because before all that, we've got an interesting night of action, and we're gonna get to it right now. Alright, and tonight, sorry about that. Tonight we're kicking things off with a little bit of an ongoing situation within the tag team division that will be resolved here tonight between the Brood and the Revolution. Of course, the whole spat really between the two teams has been that Rosemary and, well, I assume Mordecai even, Jesus Christ, I shouldn't call him that name, he'll murder me. But Mordecai believes that the reason why the Brood weren't able to become number one contenders for the World Tag Team Championships was because of the fault of Drew Galloway in that triple threat match, and since then, the Brood have had an intention to take out the Revolution. We saw it last week. These two men laid out Storm and Galloway at the end of their match against the Brian Kendrick and Diesel, and from that, the Raw General Manager Dario Ranallo, who I can confirm will be making a return to commentary very soon. All good things considered, time to get some bullying back on the go. I mean, friendly banter. But nevertheless, he has decided that this match is going to kick things off here on Raw tonight. But he is not too sure as to whether or not this will be the matchup that will determine the number one contenders for the World Tag Team titles. He believes there might be still some situation regarding that to figure out, and certainly knows what he means by that because, well, I'll explain why in a little bit. Well, when we get into this matchup. But the Brood out first, and this might be where the Revolution make a mistake here. Drew Galloway coming out, but he's coming out by himself, as the Revolution usually do. He is leaving himself a one-man party, basically, for Mordecai and Kane to have their way with him. So, let's just hope that he doesn't make a mistake here. Let's just hope the Brood don't decide to snap on him. Galloway, though, heading towards the ring. Last week, himself and Storm did really struggle to get that win over Kendrick and Diesel. It took them a long time, really, to get that win, and that's where I said it really didn't feel as if they were legitimate number one contenders for the tag team titles. Galloway continues to continues to do what he wants to do, and it doesn't seem as if the Brood are going to act just yet. They're going to wait until all the two members of the Revolution are in the ring before they decide to go to war with them. Be interesting to see what Dario Ranallo does decide the winner is deserving of receiving. Maybe it is a tag team title shot. Maybe this is just for bragging rights. I think this feud has become too much now. I think this feud has become too much to be focused solely on the tag team division. You know, we saw Rosemary last week stating that they're going to pray. They're going to pray they didn't do what they're going to do. They're going to fade. They're going to decay. All these choices of words. They're going to be punished for their sins. They're going to be executed or whatever it was. All that kind of stuff from Rosemary. All those harsh words from Rosemary, certainly indicating this is not about tag team, this is not about maybe even tag team supremacy at this point. This is just about throwing and just keeping the Revolution down and destroying them in their own ways. And I'm not going to lie here, I honestly think the Brood they're going to do it. The Revolution, since arriving on Raw, have failed to get that huge run. They failed to get their foot in. They failed to get out of the starting gate, I think is the best way of putting it. The Brood have not left Raw, of course. They made a debut on Raw. They've not only broke out of the starting gate, they've gone around that starting gate twice and it basically destroyed everyone else's gates but the Revolutions and the Bullet Clubs. However, the Bullet Club in their own right have their own gate because, you know, they're the Bullet Club. No one else is allowed near their gate. Their gate is a VIP gate, if you will. The only members of the Bullet Club are allowed into. And speaking of the Bullet Club, we will see nearly every single member of the Bullet Club in action here tonight. But I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're going to see for the rest of the card. After this, we're going to be hearing from Gail Kim again. She will be updating us on the situation regarding the one-on-one matchup last week between Paige and Becky Lynch. For those unaware, Paige and Becky Lynch were squaring off in a one-on-one contest. The winner of that matchup would get the right to face Gail Kim for the new Raw Women's Championship at Over the Limit. However, the match ended in a double countout, so therefore no winner could be, no contender could be decided. But Gail Kim has stated here tonight that, the Raw General Manager stated here tonight that Gail Kim will be the one announcing that decision. And we'll be hearing it, of course, after this matchup. Then we've got the match that was signed last week. It will be finally a measure of revenge being extracted, potentially for Zack Ryder, probably not. And I'm not going to complain when that doesn't get executed. It's going to be Zack Ryder versus Christian one-on-one. Of course, Christian pummeled Zack Ryder at Unforgiven, laid him out with a steel chair and left him in the ring at the end of it to basically just sulk in his injuries. And now, okay, nice one, Kane. All right, just don't worry. Kane able to execute some brewed mysterious shit powers. But yeah, they're gonna have their matchup here tonight, and Christian's probably gonna prove that what he did not to hurt Zack Ryder, but to save Zack Ryder from the impending destruction at the hands of Christian here tonight, as Christian continues to prove that he is not a joke on the Monday Night Raw roster. Then following that, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Karl Anderson, will be in action. He will be taking on a team that has been he's been taking on one half of a team that's been making a headline really since their arrival here on Raw, since their partnership together. That being Michael Bennett, the former ECW champion. Of course, himself and Marty Scurll have really been trying to show that they deserve that opportunity for the World Tag Team titles. And who knows, if they can get that win here tonight, they may find themselves next in line for such the occasion. Then we're going to have a rematch from last week between Randy Orton and Drago. Of course, if Drago won last week over Randy Orton, he was allowed to choose a stipulation for Over the Limit. That was not the case. Orton won with an RKO out of nowhere, and now Drago is really in kind of an ultimate jeopardy position. If Drago wins here tonight, all is well and good. However, should Randy Orton defeat Drago again, then it will be official. And Over the Limit, it will be Randy Orton challenging Adam Cole for the United States Championship and not Drago. That would be heart-wrenching for Drago, but you can't argue against it if he fails to put up the performance necessary. If he fails to put on the performance of a number one contender, sometimes you just got to make that change, and it seems as if Randy Orton is lying in wait for that opportunity. He is lying in wait to get his hands on Adam Cole and that United States Championship. And then, of course, our main event, the tag team matchup previously discussed. Dolph Ziggler and Adam Cole to take on Sting and Tyler Breeze. And seriously, should Ziggler pin either Sting or Breeze here tonight, I think it will prove it. It'll finally prove that Ziggler is the true number one contender for the World Tag Team titles. There was a very poorly hit last call super kick by Storm. Kane right back up to his feet and still able to continue going here. There we go, those matches explained. We're going to continue on here. Oh my god, nice jump of the ropes there by the near 7-footer Mordecai as they pummel Storm into the ground, but Storm able to move out of the way there. Not for long, actually. He was quickly reversed. Back suplex. Oh no. Spin out back suplex on the chair that Rosemary slid into the ring. Rosemary now distracting the referee temporarily. Will Mordecai be able to use the chair? Yes, he will. The referee didn't see it. But whoa, okay, James Storm just pinged back up to his feet. We're going to gloss over that one, but the chair right in the head. I'm surprised the referee didn't see that. It was near enough in his line of vision. Scoop slam there by Mordecai and a kick in the chest. Down goes James Storm again, and now Mordecai looking to finish this. Looking to exonerate or whatever. I don't know the correct choice of words here. Looking to punish the Revolution. There's that cross power bomb. Cover here. Galloway in to break it up though. Kane not quick enough. Mistake made there by the Brood. They're unable to finish off Storm yet. This matchup continues on here right now. In the corner. Counter there. Storm not going to get what he wants. Instead, he gets a hefty clothesline in the corner for his troubles. Now what? Now what left? Now what do they have in store for Storm? He's been continuing to try and fight back here. And oh! Only so much you can really do when you've got two men of near enough the same height and same strength pummeling down on you time and time and time again. Kane now hoists up James Storm and clocks him there with a throat chop uppercut. Kane up high. What will he look for? Oh, good God. Kane is actually perched way up high there, able to stand on the top rope. The 7-footer going to fly. Leaping clothesline. Storm is down and maybe out. Cover here. Mordecai jumps the gun and is, unable to get the win. Actually in the background is Kane. But Mordecai and Galloway now going out in the ring temporarily. Oh, come on, ref. Get him out the ring. Terrible officiating there. That was their opportunity to win it. And lo and behold, Galloway able to jump not even able to jump the gun. But well. You know what? I can't even argue against that. That was an act of revenge and that deserved to happen. The referee once more did nothing to stop it. Storm tried to crawl away there, but he was going nowhere fast. Kane now with Storm up. Choke slam. And the Revolution, I think, has firmly been taken underground. There's 2. There's 3. The Brood are victorious. And there we have it. It is said and done. The Brood put the Revolution in their place and take out another team on a potential future quest for those World Tag Team titles. Since Dario Ronaldo's come into power, you've got to say, since he's come into this general manager role, the Brood have been one of the teams that have developed the most from it. These 3 men here have been able to get a huge advantage from this occurring, and I think it's just going to show maybe that under new management, those who were previously overlooked can get a benefit. And certainly in the Brood's case, they are getting a major benefit right now, and potentially may get a tag team opportunity. Maybe it over the limit, maybe down the line. We'll find out, but we're going to move on to our next occurrence here. I was about to say next matchup, but it's not the case, because we're going to be hearing right now from Gail Kim regarding the Women's Championship situation. Alright, here she comes. Gail Kim is here. And quite the reaction from the Raw crowd. And I'm interested to see how they're going to tackle this. You know, both women possess the hunger we saw within the matchup. They both wanted that opportunity to take on Gail Kim, to try and become the first Raw Women's Champion. But they both made one common error. They were too focused on the feud with one another and batting heads with one another, that they didn't think about the actual opportunity at the end of the road. And Gail Kim, she is complimenting both women's performance within that matchup, saying it was a very credible performance. It was an entertaining matchup, to be fair. It was fun watching those, as it always is, really, watching those 2 women butt heads against one another and go on a little bit of a warpath towards trying to get the victory. But of course, Kim's simply stating right at the end there that we have an issue. Kim now explaining that both women are deserving of that opportunity. Both women should be the ones representing the women's division here on Raw, and they deserve that opportunity at Gail Kim, and therefore it is going to bring her to her next announcement. And there we have it. It is a safe and smart decision by the Raw general manager to announce, but there we go, and over the limit, it will be a triple threat match between Gail Kim, Paige, and Becky Lynch to determine who will be the Raw Women's Champion. That is smart. That, I think, is also going to be a very entertaining matchup as well. But fine, a little bit of confidence there by Gail Kim, stating that it doesn't matter how incredible these 2 women are. It doesn't matter the past that both women have had within this universe. It is time for the new blood to kick in. It is time for the Queen to claim what is rightfully hers. It is time for Gail Kim to become the Raw Women's Champion. And neither of those two women are going to be able to stop her at Over the Limit. Fighting words, they're fighting talk from Gail Kim. And I like it. I gotta give credit where credit's due. I like it. Kim certainly showing that despite this decision having reached between her and Daryl Ronaldo, she is not afraid to prove that she's not afraid to state that she should be the one holding that title. Will that be the case for Gail Kim? Will she be holding that Women's Championship coming out of Over the Limit? We'll find out. But certainly that triple threat match showing that it's going to be a very interesting one. And now, though, we move on to another grudge match. Christian and Zack Ryder. Like I said, of course, this whole thing kicked off really well. It kicked off in a tag team matchup a few weeks back. In fact, over a month back now, I believe, at this point, between the two men. Christian and Ryder were demolished by, I believe it to be the Brood, when they went up against them in tag team action. Christian was not a fan of it and demanded an opportunity at Ryder. He got just that. And when Ryder tried showing some heart within the matchup and tried doubting the ability of Christian wanted to set him in place and remind him where he is, who is the better man, and what position he truly has within the Raw brand. Christian nailed him with a steel chair in the head and in the back repeatedly, injuring Ryder temporarily. But we saw last week that the Long Island IZ was too stupid to stay down and remain where he should belong, right down at the bottom. Following Christian's victory over the Brian Kendrick, was it over the Brian Kendrick? I think it was. Alright, so Storm and Galloway beat someone else last week. I don't know, I can't remember, okay? I'm confused right now. But nevertheless, following Christian's victory... No, Christian defeated Aiden English, that was it. Okay, so following Christian's victory over Aiden English, Zack Ryder jumped the gun, ran right into the ring, and nailed and laid out Christian with the Rough Rider. Of course, challenged him to this matchup. Christian accepted. And you can see by that smug smirk on his face, Christian wants to keep the former United States champion down for the count and firmly down on the mat for good this time around. Ryder now heading towards the ring. You can certainly hear this crowd perhaps on the side of Long Island IZ. But Christian doesn't seem too interested in all of the theatrics. Doesn't seem too interested in all of the showboating by Ryder. Going right for that back again that he laid out, that he injured back at Unforgiven. Christian. This is smart. This is tactical, and I like this by Christian. It shows that he doesn't care about what Zack Ryder's all about. He shows he doesn't care. He's not afraid of Ryder. What Ryder did last week was almost pointless. Christian getting the jump on Ryder, and now able to get a little bit of control at the start of the matchup. Christian now sunset flip here, running to the pin. I'd be surprised if Ryder can kick out already. Alright, he does. It's early days. It's very early days. For Zack Ryder, that is, anyway. He is in for a long, long road, really, of pain and punishment for being stupid enough to doubt Christian. Managed to get himself out of that corner punch there, and another elbow right in the face by Captain Charisma. Ryder now. Nice counter. Now what will Ryder look for? Irish whip here. Drop kicked Christian right in the chest. Christian down. Come on, man. Get up. Ryder now up on that second rope. Looking to take flight here onto Christian. Christian in trouble. Drop kick, and Christian sidesteps it. Now looking to take advantage of Ryder down on the ground. This simple neck breaker by Captain Charisma. Loving the way there. Christian is just wrenching on the neck there of Ryder, making sure to keep it, to do some damage to it ahead of that incoming kill switch, which you know is going to put Ryder down and out in this matchup. Nice forearm shot in the face there by Christian, who spins him round. Reverse DDT. Christian basically now on the way to capturing the victory here over Ryder. Christian up high. And oh, he misses the headbutt. Ryder, don't let him capitalize, Christian. For God's sake, I do not want to hear Ryder's theme being played again in this arena. Oh, Ryder with a moonsault. Doesn't take out the referee this time round. Christian sidesteps him. Roll up here by Christian. This is it. This is it. It's over. There's 2. There is not a 3 count. God damn it. Christian now looking to try and continue going here, but Ryder gets in a forearm shot there. Elbow in the back of the head. Come on, Christian. Stop this. Yes, that is beautiful. Christian there just slowing down the attack of Ryder immediately and making sure that Ryder is unable to fight back, but Ryder moves out of the way. These 2 men right now just standing up against one another, refusing to let the other one have advantage. In the corner now is Ryder, but he counters out of it quickly. Uh-oh, Christian in a bit of trouble. No, gutbuster. Come on, Christian. Fight back. Fight back. Don't let Ryder get the win. No, no, Christian in big trouble now. No, Rough Ryder. Rough Ryder to Christian. The cover. Kick out, please. Kick out, yes. He kicks out early as well. Ryder gonna go up high here. Gonna take a venture up top now. Will this hit or miss? Ryder now from the top rope. Christian right next to him. Basically, oh, like a Rough Ryder from the top. Christian, though, sidesteps him. He's able to send him back to the turnbuckle temporarily, and over the top rope to the outside goes Ryder. Christian now in full control of Zack. Ryder, except for the... Oh, I thought he was going into the ring post for a second there. He's a bit worried. Back suplex. Christian dumped there in the middle of the ring. Come on. The last thing I think we all want to lay eyes on is Zack Ryder victorious and celebrating this win that he does not deserve, nor has he ever deserved. Ryder counters here. Knees in the face. Come on, Christian, please. Please. Don't let this happen. Christian backing up to a turnbuckle there, and Ryder with a forearm shot in the corner. No, 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 no. Oh, God, this is the beginning of the end. The crowd in unison with the woo-woo-woos. Broski boot to Christian. And Christian counted again by Ryder. Nice reversal there by Christian. Decks him with a forearm shot. And Christian now spins him round. Gonna look for the kill switch here. On Ryder. He nails it. This one's over. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3. No. Oh, you are kidding me. You are kidding me at this point. How does he continue to fight back here? Oh, good God, no. Rough Ryder again. No. No, 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 no. This cannot be happening. The Rough Ryder nailed again onto Christian. And 1, 2. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. He's still kicking out early. Christian rolls out of the way. And where's he going? Christian now just... He's walking out. He's giving up on the match. Christian is completely given up on the matchup here. Ryder going to try and follow him in retaliation. That may not be the smartest idea there is, but Christian just looking to get out of here, really. He's looking to leave. Why Ryder continues to follow him, I don't know. Christian wants none of this matchup. Christian well aware that it was a waste of time. Ryder now trying to return him to the ring here. He is trying to push Christian back towards the ring. But Christian is having none of it. He sends Ryder back down towards the ring now. It may have all been a ruse by Christian. It may have all been a setup to try and become the winner of this match. Christian here, just bit by bit, throwing Ryder back towards the ring. Count up to 9 now. Ryder, back in he goes. Ryder gets the win, but I don't think Christian cares too much. If you saw it there, Christian wanted to get out of this. I'm really not too sure why Christian just did what he did, but it seems as if that he wants to... Maybe he wants no part of Ryder. You just saw him simply walk out of that matchup. He threw Ryder back into the ring at the end of it just to get that count-out loss. Maybe he's just trying to say, you know, oh, Ryder's got the win here. Ryder has finally, you know, triumphed over Christian or whatever. He hasn't, obviously. Christian had that match won, but he knew he wanted no involvement really within that one. He wanted out. He is done with Ryder at this point and just wanted it to be shown there with that win, with that loss even, that count-out loss. Now, hopefully, the Raw General Manager can come to his senses and realize that he should move on to bigger and better things for Captain Charisma. But right now, here is Karl Anderson getting set to go one-on-one with the former ECW champion Michael Bennett. As I said, of course, Bennett and Marty Scurll have certainly becoming more of an ally over the last few weeks. Of course, as well, with the introduction of Michael Bennett's wife as well, Maria, making her debut within this universe, or making a return, rather. She may not be accompanying Michael Bennett towards the ring here tonight, but Bennett knows that she's there in spirit. Not to show what Maria was doing, but she is not even in the arena here tonight. But nevertheless, Michael Bennett is to make his debut here in action on Raw. I believe that has been the case. Bennett was a huge draft pick for Monday Night Raw. And of course, myself and Bennett have always had a hatred for one another ever since last summer, and it still kind of continues on here. Bennett's still a bit of a dick, to be fair, but I find myself having to commend Bennett's reign as ECW champion. The work he was able to do on ECW to, you know, just for 3 men to take that show hostage for so long. But at the end of the day, now Bennett is here on Raw, and it seems as if he is vested in that World Tag Team Championship division. Himself and Scurll made their presence known, really, when I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, one of the two, when Bennett and Scurll laid out the vaudevillains, especially Simon Gotch. And of course, of late, Simon Gotch out now for some amount of time. We do not know when Gotch is set to return, but of course they were meant to be the #1 contenders for the World Tag Team Championships at Over the Limit, and instead now that is still up in the air. So we'll see what happens if Bennett can get a win here tonight. But you can see Karl Anderson getting a little bit of a better start here. Come on, Anderson, I just need you to get a simple win here tonight to prove that you are a trusted singles member, so to say. Because, of course, last time we saw one of the World Tag Team Champions in singles action, we saw Luke Gallows suffer a bit of an annoying defeat to James Storm. I'm hoping that's all turned around here. Kick in the gut missed. It is going to be a very tough problem, though, for Karl Anderson to try and get through. Of course, Bennett was 230-something days as ECW champion. Second longest reigning world champion of all time, of course, behind the now 300-plus day Bobby Fish over on SmackDown. Oh, a big boot right in the chest there. That one seemed to hit. Karl Anderson now with Michael Bennett's number in the corner. And what an uppercut that was to floor Bennett with. This is why Karl Anderson is so dangerous within that ring. But Bennett still able to get out his reversals here. Bennett not only, of course, a former ECW champion, but a former Mr. Money in the Bank, former ECW Tag Team champion. Bennett made his debut on this Raw brand now close to 2.5 years ago as a part of the Kingdom, which, of course, has seen a bit of a change now. Of course, the Kingdom no longer existing, and the man who he teamed with is now the leader, well, it seems to be the leader of the Bullet Club in Adam Cole. Chopping the chest here now. Nice uppercut there by Karl Anderson, who sends Bennett back into the turnbuckle. Bennett, though, stuffed there by... Anderson stuffed there by Bennett, but these two men still having a bit of a back-and-forth contest right now. And there, it seems to be a little bit of a shot fired, or at least a glancing shot at the WWE Champion, Bobby Fish. Brainbuster onto the knee there, one of Fish's signature maneuvers. Of course, it was certainly an assistance for Fish at Judgment Day against Shinsuke Nakamura. If you haven't seen that pay-per-view, I highly instruct you go watch it. It may not have been as good as a one-night stand, and... well, nothing. I don't think any of the pay-per-views would be able to top One Night Stand, but it was still an absolutely incredible matchup that we got to witness. But of course, don't go do it right now, of course, because you'd be missing out on the Bullet Club in action. You'd be missing out on that stellar main event where the Bullet Club once again get to take out Sting and the World Heavyweight Champion. Pay attention to it at a later date, maybe, or maybe just after this show. Can't believe I'm actually telling you to watch through an episode of Raw, but you know, when the Bullet Club are in action, you do not miss out on an episode of Raw. Fact. Bennett now on the apron, looking to take flight into the ring. Drop kicked him. Karl Anderson there. Caught right in the chin there, it seemed, or the jawline. With that, now we get the Bennett effect by Bennett. This could be a problem for Karl Anderson. There's the cover after it. Anderson out at 1, but he is showing a lot of trouble right now. He is not looking that good. And here we go. Is Bennett about to get a very easy victory over one half of the World Tag Team Champions? I hope not, but it seems so. Photo finish by Michael Bennett. The Miracle is about to get a huge win. And there it is. Michael Bennett victorious. Your winner here tonight. And, well, these things happen. Bennett, though, with a huge win. The former ECW champion showing that here on Raw he is still to be taken as a serious threat. Do not overlook the Miracle that is Michael Bennett. So that being said, with that win happening over one half of the World Tag Team Champions, what does this mean for himself and Marty Scurll? Well, I was about to say what does this mean, but Bennett has a microphone in hand, and it seems as if he wants to answer that question himself. Alright, well, Bennett almost rubbing in the victory right there over Karl Anderson, saying he hasn't even broken a sweat. But of course that would be to be expected from a champion that Bennett has been in the past, and the champion that Bennett will be in the future. Bennett here, perhaps laying out an outline for what he wants to say. Well, that is to the point there by Michael Bennett. Straight into the factor there. He wants the tag team opportunity against Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows. He believes his victory here tonight, the impact that these two men have already laid out onto the Raw roster, has been enough to prove it. They took out the number one contenders at the click of a finger. They should be the ones taking on the Bullet Club right away. And there's Bennett stating it. He believes that himself and Scurll, the Villain and the Miracle, can do what no one else has been able to do so far. What no one else can do right now on this brand. Take those World Tag Team Championships away from the Bullet Club, make it their own, and make it a statement that these two men are not only the future of the tag team division, but are two of the most dangerous men out there within this universe today. That they believe that you should not gloss over Bennett and Scurll. Alright. Look at the strut on Bennett there. You can tell he feels as if he has laid out a motto, a message, a warning, whatever you want to say. He feels as if he has laid it out there to the Bullet Club. He is soaking in arrogance right now. And thinks he should be getting that tag team opportunity against the Bullet Club. Okay. Alright. Yep, got it. Right, okay. In between that little gap there, ladies and gentlemen, I was informed there by the Raw General Manager, Dauro Inallo, personally, that it has been made official now. And Over the Limit, we will see the World Tag Team Championships defended, as the Bullet Club will be defending against Michael Bennett and Marty Scurll in a tag team matchup, of course. So there we have it. That matchup has been signed now to the Over the Limit card. The impact left by those two men, too great for the Raw General Manager to simply overlook. And with that being said, now that makes it 3 matches signed for the pay-per-view. United States Championship matchup, Women's Championship matchup, World Tag Team Championship matchup. Still 4 matches have to be signed. Still a lot of unknown factor regarding the World Heavyweight Championship matchup. Though, as I said, a win here tonight for Dolph Ziggler should prove that opportunity should go to him. However, we'll be seeing what else there may be in mind for that card. But right now, here we focus on Randy Orton versus Drago. As it was discussed earlier in the night up, if Orton here is to get the win, it will not be Drago and Cole going at it at Over the Limit, but rather Orton and Cole. Randy Orton, of course, last week defeated Drago 1-on-1 action. Drago went up high, made a simple mistake, and was clutched into an RKO seemingly out of thin air to enable him to become the winner. And here we go once more. Drago decked out in that entire red, whatever it is of his. A red outfit of his, I suppose it would be. And he heads towards the ring now. Looking to move on from last week, looking to get another big win, looking to prove that he deserves to fight Adam Cole. And of course that is the huge factor of this one. A loss here tonight, no Adam Cole at Over the Limit. Drago, if he just makes one simple slip up like he did last week, that opportunity at Adam Cole is gone. Drago cannot afford to let that happen. You got to think he's been looking at the mistake he made last week over and over and over again, studying how Randy Orton operates within the ring, making sure that Drago can walk out victorious here tonight and still hold on that opportunity to fight for the United States Championship at Over the Limit. You can see both men here fired up, ready to do battle with one another. And Orton trying to explode out of the blocks there and made a very simple mistake against Drago, who capitalized there with a nice neck breaker. I think he did exactly the same last week. Nice work there on the leg to start off, trying to take away the base of Orton. But Orton not too happy about that one. Overhead, belly to belly there, seemingly with ease. And now here we go. These two men who are hungry for the opportunity to fight against Adam Cole. Almost like another #1 contenders matchup here, really. For Drago to fight through. Has him hooked in that tiger suplex position and double knees into the gut. What a beautiful thing to witness. Drago now keeping Orton within that turnbuckle. He's off to a good start here. Nice kick in the chest though by Orton to get himself out of that crossbody by Randy Orton. A much bigger man, the bigger of the two there, able to execute that. Quite a thing to lay eyes on. Forearm shot in the face. Nice spin kick there, but it's unable to be capitalized on. That's how Orton is key in operating. He can take offense, but when it's time to dish out his own, he flips the switch basically, and it's all of a sudden Randy Orton who's able to get his way really within this matchup. Sweep of the leg there by Drago, and he continues now to try and get fired up against Orton though, but it's stopped almost as quickly as it was started. Single leg Boston Crab now. The more work Orton does on the legs, the more difficult it makes Drago to capture the win in this one. Pushed him away there. And now Drago looking to just fire up here. Look at it, just keep a continuous strand of momentum going really, but Orton able to counter that. Drago able to get out a reversal of his own. Will he be able to execute that powerbomb? No, he won't. Too simple there for Orton to counter his way out of. But Drago does a smart thing, rolls out of the ring, gets himself some breathing room, and a tilt-a-whirl hurricanrana really is going to do a good job of giving Drago that vital breathing room he needs. Back in the ring we go now. And Orton returns in shortly thereafter once more, though another tilt-a-whirl hurricanrana, this time in the ring by Drago. Orton down, and it's a quick follow-up cover here by the #1 contender, hoping to put Orton behind him, but it's not to be. I was hoping there that Randy Orton could be put behind him for another day, or put behind him for good really, and put his sole focus onto the United States Champion. Orton with another big boot there right in the face. Drago might be in trouble. Great backflip out of it. And Drago immediately looking to capitalize here. Flip powerbomb in the middle of the ring. Cover right after it. Will Orton be able to kick out? Yes, he will. The former Triple Crown champion able to just get the shoulder up there, and Drago trying to go up high. Took way too long there. Should have really just kind of stopped when he realized Orton was on his feet and he was still on the apron. Rolled Orton back in the ring though, did Drago. He's still got it within him to continue to fight here. Drago now. Oh, nice splash right into the gut there of Orton. Hoping it's enough to secure the victory, but once more Randy Orton kicks out. Drago's still got a lot of work to do in this one. Oh, rolls through. And there it is, that little rotation kick in the side of the head. Simple but effective. Orton may be down and may be in big trouble. Drago now looking for something. 450 on a Randy Orton. Will it be it? 1, 2, no. But Drago stays calm in the moment. Make sure not to get too engaged. Make sure not to make a key mistake. And oh! Cracked Orton with that kick right in the head. That was the move he was missing last week. And he just caught Orton prim and proper with it. The former world champion may be down and out here. 1, 2. Oh, it's so close. So close there to a win for Drago, but it's just not to be. Orton kicks out at 2. And Drago still has to continue to fight here against the Viper. Nice leg drop. And a Dragon Sleeper here by Drago. Versatile. Done enough work on the head that Drago believes he should be able to get that tap out win. Not to be. Orton raising up that knee on repeated occasions and decking him in the head. Like how Drago, though, continues to focus on the leg of Orton, but it was only temporary. Dragon Screw here, and Orton desperately needs to get something going now if he wants to get that opportunity. And Adam Cole. Drago with a tilt-a-whirl Hurricanrana. Elbow drop there, caught Orton in the face. Oh, that could have broken his nose, really. Orton there with a nice counter. Both men now looking a little bit sloppy. It seems as if they are getting a little bit fatigued within this one. Certainly seems so there. You saw Orton kind of hunched over for a second. They're just staying on one knee. Drago able to get a nice counter out, and there's a DDT. There's a very nice DDT as well by Drago. Has Orton down once more. Doesn't want to go to the top rope too often. I think that may be a mistake by Drago, going once too many to the well. Might find himself in the same position as last week, but it's not to be. 450 nails again. Another cover here on Orton, and this time it... oh. I was about to say this time it seems as if it's enough, but it doesn't... well, it isn't that way, really. Oh, Phoenix Splash from the second rope by Drago. Incredible work there. There's another cover. But once more, Orton kicks out. You've got to commend the heart of both men here. The continuation of Drago to want to get that win. And Orton as well for being able to counter out of so many maneuvers. Suplex maybe. No. Drago able to get himself out of it. Drago now. Oh, okay. Nice. Alright. Rolls him up. Yes, he does. What a roll up there by Drago. Orton completely folded over. And it's a win. A quick counter enabled Drago to get the win. And it will still be Adam Cole getting that opportunity to fight Drago at Over the Limit. And you can tell how much this means to him. He needed this win. He needed to prove that he wasn't going to be defeated by this man. But it seems as if that is going to be the case. Drago, oh, had no idea Cole was behind him there. Cole was almost just playing around for a second. And Drago, taken aback there by the attack from the United States champion. The man who we will meet at Over the Limit, and the man who I believe will defeat him at Over the Limit still. But Drago here looking to fight back. Looking to refuse to give in against Cole. Uh-oh, not to be though. Adam Cole, fireman's carry neck breaker. And here we go. Here we go. This is it. One of the most incredible moves out there today. Panama Sunrise. Drago laid out at the hands of the United States champion. And the man we will be seeing in just a moment's time. Adam Cole sending a firm and clear message to his #1 contender. You may have fought so hard to get this opportunity, Drago, but that means nothing to Adam Cole. The slip-up made last week and the fact he had to try and retain his #1 contendership here tonight has got to give Cole all the momentum he really needs to walk out of Over the Limit, still United States champion. We'll see what's going to happen regarding that, but we're going to move on to our main event now. It is Adam Cole who will be teaming with Dolph Ziggler to take on Sting and Tyler Breeze. Line them up, line them up. It is time to witness the Bullet Club show why they are the greatest tag team there is. It is time for these two men with an invisible Adam Cole once more. Hooray. Cole, you need to stop this shit. I need to stop this shit fast. It's stopped being funny now. Alright, well, nevertheless, with there being no Adam Cole temporarily, actually, to tell the truth, Dolph Ziggler's just going along with the entrance. Adam Cole is still just sitting at ringside. But anyway, Dolph Ziggler heads towards the ring here, now all phased out and shit, but Ziggler last week picked up a monumental win, as we saw. It was a really entertaining main event matchup in that triple threat, but it was Ziggler who got the win, pinning the World Heavyweight Champion, and in my eyes proving that over the limit it should be Dolph Ziggler and Tyler Breeze for the World Heavyweight Championship. In my mind, Sting right now should be out of the equation. We saw it throughout the matchup time and time again. Ziggler ignored Sting. He didn't try and get the win on Stinger. He wanted to pin the World Heavyweight Champion, because when you think about it, how much does it mean to pin the World Heavyweight Champion? He's a damn lot more than pinning a guy who, a man like Sting. Sure, Sting still has an incredible record. Sure, Sting is still a great within this universe, but he is not going to give you that momentum. He's not going to give you that push that a pin over the World Heavyweight Champion will get you. But with that being said, Sting still has a one-on-one victory over Dolph Ziggler. And on 2 occasions, of course, Sting's opportunity to take on Tyler Breeze was ruined by Dolph Ziggler. So there's all kind of conflicting problems between Sting and Ziggler still, and there's conflicted problems between Ziggler and Breeze, and there's conflicted problems probably between Breeze and Sting because they've yet to have a matchup against one another. So maybe Breeze and Sting will forget how to become a tag team here tonight, and that will make the win for these two men even easier than it already looks to be on paper. Because let's be honest, despite them being more so single-based wrestlers, we've seen them in a tag team, we've seen them operate in an incredible fashion, and we've seen them prove just how easy it is to defeat other teams when Ziggler and Cole are working together. And I think we're going to see the same here tonight, especially with two men who don't like each other, who don't share anything in common, and Sting, who is still deeply looking to get that opportunity at Tyler Breeze. And you know Sting's going to be feeling that. But nevertheless, here comes the World Heavyweight Champion. Far from a positive reaction from the Liverpool crowd for this man. Of course, to be fair, no one in Liverpool would dress like this. And if they would, well, let's be honest, what's the way of putting it? The ultra fans within Merseyside would not take too kindly to someone like Tyler Breeze stepping into their territory. But nevertheless, Tyler Breeze here walks towards the ring, still possessing all the swagger, all the cockiness, all the confidence, and of course, still possessing that World Heavyweight Championship around his waist. Breeze looking to bounce back from last week's loss here, but I honestly believe, like I said, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. I think Ziggler and Cole are too great of a tag team and have teamed up on far too many occasions, have far too much experience with one another to let this matchup be a loss. Sting and Breeze are both isolationist in their own ways. They push everyone away from themselves and focus solely on just them. Sting focuses on Sting. Breeze, of course, focuses on Breeze. And that's what makes it that bit more easier, to be fair. That's what makes it so much more simpler for the Bullet Club to get the win. Are them too arrogant? Hell yes. Are Cole and Ziggler very self-minded? Yes. But are they in the Bullet Club? Yep. Do they share a common goal right now? Yep. Are they going to be the winners? Yep. So that being said, Ziggler gets to start things off here against Stinger, and look at how he gets out of the blocks here. Sting in a lot of trouble right off the start there at the hands of Dolph Ziggler. Atomic drop quickly countered by the show-off, and now one of the more prominent figures, perhaps the second in command of the Bullet Club, you could say, is certainly looking to leave his impact right now onto Stinger. Tag made already. In comes the United States Champion. If memory serves me correct, Adam Cole is the leader of the Bullet Club. Look at that. Oh, these two men just sharing a nice moment in the ring there. Just Cole letting Ziggler know there. Hey, nice job. I'll take over from you. Cole now with a tombstone pile driver to the man who uses it as one of his signature maneuvers. Very, very nice to witness indeed. Good start here for Cole, maybe. Nope, counted now by the Stinger. Uh-oh. This is not where you want to be. Up on his shoulders and Samoan drop. Sting now looking to get out of there, though, and looking to make the tag into the World Heavyweight Champion. Breeze in the ring here, and now we get a bit of champion on champion. Breeze also, of course, as I said, looking to bounce back from last week and looking to try and take that to the leader of the Bullet Club in Adam Cole. Those punches there by Breeze, certainly annoyance within Breeze, frustration at everything that's gone on recently. And Ziggler there, you saw him just kind of run over. He wanted to take Breeze right off that top rope, but he failed to do so. Breeze got off, but he got right into a big boot there by the United States Champion. And look at how easily Breeze was able to back him up there into his own turnbuckle. Sorry, Breeze was backed up into their turnbuckle. Breeze, though, refusing to let Ziggler be tagged in here. Great counters there by Breeze on more than one occasion. And Breeze went for that supermodel kick, but Cole just saw it incoming. You saw how easy it was for Cole to move out of the way. What a nasty landing there for the world champion. Cole going for the cover right after it, and Breeze showing the heart that he has used to win the King of the Ring, the United States Championship, the Royal Rumble, and the World Heavyweight Championship within this last year. Jawbreaker. And a kick in the chest there by Tyler Breeze. It's weird to, actually, I don't know the point I was going to make there. Scrap that. Breeze now nails the supermodel kick onto Cole. The US champion down and in a bit of trouble here. You'd expect Cole to be riding a wave of momentum following. It's the yes lock. It's the yes lock by Breeze. He's firing another shot at the pathetic Daniel Bryan. But Ziggler had to take matters into his own hands there. He had to save his tag team partner. Had to save his friend in that one. But as I was about to say beforehand, you'd expect Cole to be riding a wave of momentum right now, following that win, following that knockdown of Drago just before this matchup. But the World Heavyweight Champion is possessing incredible passion right now, and perhaps hatred for the Bullet Club, due to the fact that on 2 occasions, Ziggler laid out Tyler Breeze. And on top of that, of course, last week as well is perhaps the key asset to it. Not only, was Ziggler laid out twice by Breeze, the other way around, Breeze laid out twice by Ziggler, but last week, of course, Ziggler pinned Tyler Breeze. Just makes it worse and worse for the World Heavyweight Champion, and that, it seems, why he was possessing such a rational hatred there for the Bullet Club right away, and Sting now being brought back into the ring. Alright, nice warping there. In the corner we go, and Sting flattened down with a simple uppercut cover here right after it. Will it be enough? And a kick out of 2. Breeze, though, it seemed if was ready to break up that cover. I would not have expected it between these two, but Sting and Breeze are working with one another. Although, is it more of an occasion of they both want the win rather than they both want to help each other out? Probably something along those lines. And Cole now utilizing whatever he can to get the win here. I reckon a low blow, but Sting's leg was in the ropes. Not the best ring awareness there by the US champ, but he's certainly, as I said, riding a wave of momentum. Well, he should be now. It seems as if he might be setting into it a little bit. Following the Panama Sunrise to Drago just before this matchup. Sting laid him. Oh, okay. I thought that was going to be a bit of a huge issue there. Sting turned him around, and I thought Adam Cole was going to get caught with a Scorpion Death Drop. Nope, no tag made once more. Sting up on that second rope. What is... Oh, facebuster there from the second rope. Breeze now. Ziggler now. Drop kick there. Didn't really get any of it, to be fair. And Ziggler in to try and make the save here. Try and give Cole some breathing room. Counter there, though, by Sting. But Cole may have someone to help him out here. Ziggler from up high. Drop kick there. The referee should really do a better job there. It just goes to show how weak the officiating on this brand is. The fact the referee couldn't even prevent Ziggler from hitting that. He couldn't get in the way. He couldn't quickly try and get a 5 count on the go. Just show some weak officiating. But Ziggler sent to the outside there. And Sting seems to have his eyes firmly locked there for a moment onto Ziggler, and he still does. He's taking his eyes off Adam Cole. Ziggler trying to get the jump there, but Sting with another counter. Only for so long, though, before Cole actually sends him back into the ring this time around. Can Adam Cole... It seems as if we're seeing it on a... Here we go. There it is. Never mind. That answers my own question. I was about to say, when will Cole be able to get that tag in? The answer is right now. And an STO Russian leg sweep combination there. As Ziggler makes his way into the ring now. The show off. If he can pin Sting here, would be great for him. Would be great for Dolph Ziggler, but he's in trouble. Look at the strength of Sting there to be able to pull that off. However, Ziggler continues to fight back there. Nice kick in the face. And Ziggler now trying to have his own way with the former world champion. Shoulder tackle there. Oh! Elbow right in the face there by Stinger. Ziggler with a great reversal. And Ziggler spins him round. Zigzag to Sting. Zigzag to Sting. This is it. This is it. Stick a fork in it. It is done. Breeze, though. The world champion makes the save. Who would have thought you would have been saying that when his tag team partner is the man known as Sting? Ziggler, though, still able to have his own way right now against Sting, but there's a nice counter there. Elbow right in the head. Sting. No. This isn't happening. Sting. Tombstone to Ziggler. Good God Almighty, this cannot be happening. No. Ziggler, please. Ziggler, please don't let this take place. I'm begging you, Dolph. Don't let it happen. Scorpion death drop by Stinger. Ziggler dragged towards the middle of the ring. Sting, though, is not done. What the hell? God damn it. Come on, Sting. Show some mercy for once in your life, you disgusting man. You vile creature. Scorpion, the Stinger splash even. But look at how Ziggler tries to fight back here. Look at how Ziggler continues to fight back despite everything that Sting just nailed. It is still Ziggler who stands. Uh-oh. Samoan drop. No. No, don't let it be. Don't let him hit another one. Don't let him hit another one, Ziggler. Come on, you're better than this. You're the first ever Grand Slam champion in this universe. Another one. Another Scorpion death drop to Dolph Ziggler. And this may do it. 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole could not help Ziggler. Breeze sent him flying to the outside just before he could get in the ring. And now Sting pins the man who I thought was the deserving number one contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. This is all too confusing now. This all just doesn't make sense. So, these two men who have wanted to take each other on now for weeks to come are just celebrating a victory. Despite the fact, though, that Ziggler still pinned Breeze, but now on 2 occasions, Sting has pinned Ziggler. There is no true number one contender right now for the World Heavyweight Championship, but that may make things worse for Tyler Breeze. There is only one road to go, but Breeze has absolutely no idea who he'll be facing at Over the Limit. This is a worst case scenario for Breeze. He could have to face both of them going off of their counter momentum. I don't know what to say, but this division right now, this main event of Over the Limit is really thrown up in the air. And after this win by Sting, it could really go to either party. And Breeze is almost the deer in headlights in this whole thing between Sting and Ziggler. Will he be able to get out of the way in time and hold on to that World Heavyweight Championship? We'll find out, but we've still got to find out who's going to be the one behind that wheel, driving straight at Tyler Breeze at Over the Limit. We'll see what's going to happen there, but a bad loss for the Bullet Club here tonight. Oh boy, things are looking a little bit shaky for them heading into Over the Limit, and I do not want to see that take place. Anyway, that is going to end this episode of the Universe. Thank you guys for watching. My deepest apologies for the recent inconsistency, and I promise you, I will look to sort it out over these next few weeks. It's just that, you know, exams are on the way, and sometimes you got to push this stuff to the side and actually focus on reality. But I promise you, I will look to get this all out of the way and all sorted out very, very soon. That'll end this episode of Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.